I'm Brett Haber. We just watched Madison Keys, the defending champion in not Cincinnati, have a tough one against Ons. Yeah, I know, right? You're scratching your head. Well, what do you make of that? I mean, power against guile in that one. Does Maddie just crumple it up and throw it away?
I mean, she's got to. I don't even think it came down to that. She was so excited to play Madison. She's been training really hard. She just didn't have any rhythm out there. Couldn't even get into the points to have Jabeur really use her feel or her slices. A lot of unforced errors, and Jim, you were mentioning it's just missing by a big distance as well.
Not even close, yeah. I mean, obviously you want to problem solve if you're Madison out there. I live in Orlando. I've seen the work that she's been doing, trying to get ready for this. I know she wants to play. Of course she wants to play well. Wasn't even close, though. I mean, the ball was literally hitting the fence. You just don't see that very often.
The good news for Maddie is that even though she was the defending champion, she loses in her first match because of the adapted point system. With the rankings extended over a year and a half now, she doesn't lose those points right away, hangs on in the top 10. Let's show you some of the things we'll have for you on the show tonight. Top 8 seeds have all played now. We'll show you what Serena and Naomi Osaka did in their New York debuts. Hall of Famer Andy Roddick is back with us tonight. We'll get his take on day 3 and look back at a vital Cincinnati moment for him. And another vexing, real or not real, this time on a brand new tennis surface. All that and more coming your way on the show. But let's dive right into the highlights from this third day, starting with Serena. Got to the quarterfinals in her comeback tournament last week, starting this tournament against Aranska Rus.
And how impressive was Serena, especially in the first set. Serena was building points. She had a lot of margin on her shots. She was getting into long rallies, and she came through clutch in the tiebreak. Rus had a set point, but it was Serena, again, clearing the net by a good distance, building points, not going for shots early in the rally. That changed in the second set, a quick set, lots of early errors from Serena. And then in the third, Serena had a break lead, but Rus came fighting back, was going for it, gave herself an opportunity to serve for the match, and this is where Serena kicked it in gear, played her best tennis at the end of this match, got the break, and then reeled off 7 straight points to win the tiebreak. We talked so much about crowd and fan support. I mean, Serena willed herself to this victory. Did not play her best tennis, but had so much heart to get through it.
14 aces en route to the win. She meets Sakari next. Here's Serena after the match.
What did you do there to really dig deep in typical Serena fashion?
Honestly, nothing. I just thought, well, I tried. because I really thought I played pretty well. I was being aggressive. I was hitting some good shots, and she just kept fighting. But I think I don't know, honestly.
More than ever, Serena, would you say that these are the moments that, especially early on in a tournament, that can really set the pace of, wow, you can almost do anything?
Yeah, I mean, if I could do this, I mean, whoa. I trained really hard for several months, so yeah, I'm surprised I was even tired, but it was really physical out there, so yeah.
Well done.
All right, over on court 17, former U.S. Open champ, world number 1 Naomi Osaka, making her comeback match against the highest-ranked non-seed, Karolina Muchova.
And this was another impressive performance. Osaka, that first set, had some chances, didn't play her best, but she tried so hard to turn this around in the second set, started staying in rallies longer, started waiting for the right shot to really go for it. Muchova is a very tough opponent. Osaka knew that going in. Good news for Osaka is she got better and better as this match went on. The forehand started to find its range, and her serve. She really picked up her service numbers, and this was a very good win for her.
All right, so a comeback win for Naomi, 6th match win of the year for her. She'll play Yastremska in the round of 16 tomorrow. Here are some other scores from the women's side. Another nice quality win for Jessie Pegula.
Yeah, really good win. Amanda Anisimova looked so good against Ali Risk, not on top of her game, but credit Pegula. She really likes these courts. She's hitting the ball well. And also Christina McHale played this season in World Team Tennis and has looked so good at this tournament so far.
You may have noticed that the last name on that list was Vera Zvonareva, the veteran, former world number 2 qualifier at this event. Wins a match today. She's been playing this event for a really long time. In fact, she's been playing it for so long that she made the final in 2004, losing to that woman in the trophy. We have one every day, Lindsay.
Stop it. Okay, thank you.
Do you remember that match from 4 years ago?
And where is that trophy now? Is it full of like candy for the kids at home?
I'm sure.
Okay.
This is not full of apples or oranges, that's for sure.
Venus says she puts her hairbrushes in her trophies. I don't know
Really?
what you do with yours.
It would be candy.
Okay, fair enough. So tip of the cap to Zvonareva for getting it done 16 years later at this tournament. Let us shift gears to the men on this third day, starting with Novak Djokovic, his first post-pandemic match, only one of the big three to come to not Cincinnati. He got challenged by Richard Berankis.
In a big way, and he was physically challenged prior to this match. Slated to play doubles in the tournament yesterday, withdrew with a bad neck, and he had some problems with his serve, some double faults early on, but he also had some problems with Ricardo Berankis playing some lights-out aggressive tennis. Novak would come from a breakdown here at 4-3. He was able to get back on and escape in the first set. Some unforced errors from Berankis let him off the hook. Then he'd get treated at the end of that set. He got treated. Here's a look at it. He got his neck adjusted by tour trainer Clay Sneitman. That doesn't feel good. No. But it may have been necessary. But he was, again, down a break twice in the second set against Berankis. His ground strokes looked rock solid. It was the serve that was causing him a little bit of trouble. Low first serve percentage day, more doubles than we're used to seeing. But he got through in the end, and there was real passion and fire, as you saw from him, and a lot of relief, I think, too, at the end of this match.
7 double faults, to be precise, from Novak, but he did break 4 times. He did the old heart to the 4 corners of the court, even though there was nobody there. But traditions are traditions. So from the 1 seed, we go to the 2 seed. Dominic Thiem, Jim, we did not see this coming against Filip Krajinovic.
Blame this, Jim.
This was very bizarre. Dominic Thiem played just about as much tennis as anyone played in our little interim as far as exhibitions go. He got absolutely stomped to the ground by Filip Krajinovic in this match, barely winning points on Krajinovic's serve in the second set. What did he win, Brett? 1 point?
2 points entirely on the Krajinovic serve in the match.
In the match, which is just outrageous. Krajinovic is not John Isner. He's a quality player, but not one of the bigger servers on tour. But Krajinovic was ready to take an opportunity that was given to him. A wild miss by Dominic Thiem. So Madison Keys and Dominic Thiem come into this tournament and basically hit themselves out of it today.
All right, so here are some other men's scores. That's a quality win for John Isner today. I know, shocking that John would play a third set tiebreak, but it did happen, Jim.
He had to grind his way through hot, humid conditions. He did that against Millman, who has thrived in that here in New York against Roger Federer a couple of years ago. Taylor Fritz took a tough loss to Bedney, but Medvedev, the 3 seed, looked very smooth and good against Marcos Giron, the young American who breaks into the top 100 next week for the first time. So Medvedev looked pretty good, the best of the top men players so far.